I know it was petition for Adura, which we thank the legal team and we thank everybody know that have been supporting and that has done a good job. At least for people to know that things are going on. And I don't really have much to say on Adura, but I know Yomi was out this morning. And I don't know who said it that the kind of people that listen to him, they don't challenge him, or maybe they have Alzheimer and they can't really remember what Yomi has said before, or what he promised them, or what he told them he was going to do. Because this morning Yomi was telling them that there is no he twisted everything and said something like there is no warrant of arrest. It was an invite. But Yomi has been screaming that there is warrant of arrest. Wùmí ó jẹ́ bọ́ síta, ta ló máa address ẹ̀? Ó jẹ́ bọ́ síta kó tó wá gbé ẹ wò, wọ́n máa gbé nísìn. But now, he came out this morning and said there is no warrant of arrest. And the meaning of warrant of arrest and invite, I think he's saying it's the same thing. And, Papriano too was quoting the same stupid nonsense that they were both quoting. He's been quiet, more calm, not like the way he was shouting 2-3 a week ago. He's been calm. He knows what is coming for him. And Yomi, when this thing gets to you, don't cry that àwọn justice of Mohbad lọ fọlọ́pàá gbé mi o nítorí mò ń ṣiṣẹ́ gidi. No, it was because of your stupidity. It was because of your foolishness. It was because you want to keep duping people, getting money from them. That is why you keep coming out and keep saying defaming Omorumi's character, defaming Adura's character, thinking that they don't have a life, or thinking that they don't have a life, or they don't have anything good to do in life. And that is what you have just done. And you heard what they said. Adura, it was because of you that Adura. See, I don't know in Nigeria if they sue people for all these things. Like now, that with all this nonsense, and Adura is depressed, Adura can sue Yomi for that, for disformation of character, and this is what it has led to. And I hope it will get to that stage where he would sue Yomi for some amount of money, and he will get the money. Thank you so much.
Chubby me, thank you. Yes, actually, Adra can sue separately for defamation. That's the slander and defamation. But we'll leave that to the new Adra management now. Hopefully, his manager will be able to see these things and know what to do now. But he can do it. Apart from the criminal aspect of it, we only thought it's gone beyond civil. When something's still on a civil level, you still want to see if the person can be reasonable. But if you see somebody who has completely run mad, like Yomi now, what you need to do is to call in the authorities to try and curtail him. And that's why that petition was needed at that time. So, but then, Yomi has this way of twisting reality, but that's to his followers. So they can come today and tell you they have a warrant of arrest, and tomorrow they can come and tell you they meant invitation, not the warrant of arrest that he said they were going to get because she refused to come to the station, because she lied that her baby was sick, and they saw her on a platform the next day dancing and things like that. His people might forget or might just overlook it. But in his own twisted mind, he feels, he has a way with words. He can twist reality. He can make people believe whatever he wants them to believe. But people who see through him, they can see through him. But the most important thing here is that his day of reckoning is finally coming. He needs to be held accountable. He needs to account for everything he has said, for his actions online and offline, and even for the monies he's been collecting. He needs to account for all these things. And that day is fast approaching. And before we go further in analyzing this, we want to say thank you, Chubby Me, to you, and for organizing the gifts to my baby. Ẹ ṣé, a dúpẹ́. Baby mi ní bá òun dúpẹ́ lọ́wọ́ yín, àrí ọwọ́ yín. Thank you so much for the for extending the arm of fellowship and love. She really appreciates that. So,
Bless God for that.
Escapade, I can be drag anytime now. I don't collect money for the first time. So gbogbo yín ẹ máa drag me mo ti gbọ́
That one is, I think it's just people. Like just
Sorry,
people that want drama. It's people that just want drama. I mean, the issue that happened, I don't want to digress too much. It was a simple, oh, I'm not doing it again, and you move on. But you wanted to make it dramatic, and then you started bringing other stuff that didn't matter into it. And this is what caused the reaction. If anybody reads, people that are logical should see it, that him leaving is not even an issue. He's left before he came back. Him leaving is not an issue, but the drama he took with him leaving was what people reacted to. And then other people joined, and then they twisted it to say they don't want him to go. Nobody can hold anybody from doing whatever they want to do. He wanted to leave, but he wanted to cause drama. And of course, drama would cause a reaction. That's what happened. And the good thing is, the host, Temi, was giving receipts, was saying things as he went. People have come up to testify that this person did not know about the deal. But why would you even bring that up into the matter of justice for Mohbad? Something that happened a while back. But like I said, he wanted the drama. He wanted the attention. And I mean, he was able to achieve it. But now that's what under the bridge. Everybody should move on. If they want to keep shouting, they can keep shouting.
Yeah.
Thank you. Mr. Pythagoras, can I talk?
Yes, go on, Cindy, baby.
All right, thank you, baby.
You're on.
Mo de lanu le nbi báyìí ni ṣá, mo lanu le ni ṣá. Ó ga o.
Okay, I just want to say thank you to everybody for your support, for supporting Wunmi, for supporting the platform. I pray God bless everybody, and to our men, Mr. Pythagoras, my baby, my sweetheart, God bless you. Mr. Dawa, thank you so much. Thank you for coming from good by the good. God bless you. And Escapade, thank you so much. Eshe Gonyo. We cannot thank we can't thank you enough. Thank you so much. And to everyone saying, what are you doing? You should have done this, you should have done that. I hope now you're seeing that the platform is doing something about everything that is going on. So I just want to say thank you to everybody once again. And going forward, no distraction, please. We have a lot of things ahead of us. No distraction. We are not, if we can stop replying anyone right now, I would appreciate it, or we would appreciate it. No distraction. And Mr. Pythagoras, Yomi said something today. He said, when they asked him about the warrant of arrest, he said, warrant of arrest and invite is the same thing. Please, I would like you to talk about that one. And another thing, can we as the public, can we sue Yomi for messing with us mentally? For messing with our mental health? Can we sue him? Thank you.
Can we sue him for messing?
Ruangu ni Cindy baby mi sí báyìí. Ìfọ̀sọ́gbọ́n ti dákẹ́ lọ pé ìfọ̀ mo fẹ́ gbàdá yìí. It's good now tó tọ́ ni now. Ẹ dá wa lọ.
So basically, For what you want us to sue him for, we might not be able to sue him for that, but we can find another way of suing him for some other things. If he has collected money from the public, he needs to account for it. If he cannot provide a proper account for it, or if he has used the money of the public for something else other than what the public has authorized him to use it for, that will be a breach of contracts. Because whether you like it or not, the moment you take money from the public, telling them you want to use the money for something, and you're not using it for that thing, that moment you're taking money from them, you have entered into a social contract with them. You owe them this fiduciary responsibility. You owe them accountability as long as it's their money. So they can come under any group and ask you for that accountability. And based on that, you can be sued. In fact, based on that, you can even be charged by the police, not just sue legally now, civilly now. It can even become deeper and become a criminal issue. The moment you come to the public and tell them, I want to do this thing, I need money from you to do this thing, you have to do that thing. And that money has to be used to do that thing. Because from there, if you don't use the money or you use the money for something else, that's where you now start seeing misappropriation of funds. That's where you start seeing fraudulent activities. And all these things, they have some legal implications. So you might not be able to sue him for messing with people's mental health directly like that. But then we can sue him for something concrete. I know we've had him come on public to ask for money to solicit for funds. So if he has enriched himself from that fund, if we can prove it, that will be unjust enrichment. And based on that, it can be sued. Questions can be asked. It can be asked to make the public whole again, meaning to refund whatever he has taken from the public. So on those ones, we can sue him. And for your other question, warrant of arrest and what's it called? Invitation, police invitation, they are not the same thing. Police invitation is just a common practice by police. They use it as a what's the word there? As a mild way of just inviting people of interest to either ask them questions, give them feedback or information on an ongoing investigation or on anything in general. It's just a normal formal request. It's just you sending a request to somebody that you're holding a party. You're holding a party next week, or can you honor us with your presence? It's an invitation. They can decide to come or not to come. There is no legal ground. There is nothing in our legal system or legal framework that's made it compulsory to accept or to honor the police invitation. You can refuse to honor it. In fact, you can even go to the extreme and just tell them, fuck off. Nothing can be done based on that. Of course, they want to get back at you one way or the other, but they have to now go through another means. They have to go through legal means. But their excuse will not be because you refuse to honor their invitation. It is not in our legal framework. It has voluntary compliance. And it's just normal thing for investigation, and there is no immediate legal consequences, whether you appear or you don't appear. Basically, that is it for invitation. Unlike warrant of arrest, that one is a proper legal document. It is usually issued by the court. It gives like the authorities, whether the police, EFCC, or anybody, it gives them the authority. It gives them the power to detain somebody, to take away their rights. Because, as enshrined in our constitution, we have some basic rights, fundamental human rights, that nobody can take them away from you. Not the police, not the president, not anybody. The only person that can take that human right away from you is the same person that gave it to you. That is the judiciary. That is the court. So if you want to detain somebody officially, you need to get the court a warrant of arrest from the court. Meaning at that point, the court will curtail, will limit the rights of that individual. We give you the power to limit their rights. For example, their right to freedom of movement, their right to liberty. That one, the court will give you that warrant, that document that show to them that we are limiting your rights based on this, on this, on this, on this. And for so number of days or months or whatever. So usually it's mandatory, unlike invitation. Invitation is not mandatory, it's voluntary. But for warrant of it's mandatory. Once they can show it to you, you don't have a choice. At that point, they have the authority to use some degree of force on you if you want to refuse. They have to bring you. They arrest you, drag you in to the station, and maybe drag you to court. So it's only when offenses become serious, that's when you go to that extent. If it's a serious offense and you believe that person is a flight risk, that's when you start talking about warrant of arrest. And of course, most of us know that there are different ones. You have the regular warrant, arrest warrant, you have the bench warrant, you have the search and seizure and things like that. But I believe the one Yomi was talking about is the regular arrest warrant, because the bench warrant, that one is usually issued by the court for somebody who refuses to honor the court with their presence, that the court has requested them to come to court to attend to a matter and they refuse to come. So a bench warrant can be issued against such a person to compel them to appear in court. But the regular one is when you need to arrest a criminal, or let me not say criminal, maybe a criminal suspect immediately. And that is enshrined in our law. We have it in our constitution. I mean, in our laws. We have the Administration of Criminal Justice Act of 2015. The mode, the process, the rules of issuing this a warrant of arrest and of executing it, you have it there. If you go through section 24 to 37. So it is totally different things entirely. One is issued by the police, the other one is issued by the court. Invitation is issued by the police, arrest warrant is issued by the court. Invitation is voluntary, arrest warrant is mandatory. So invitation is just to invite somebody for questioning and some clarification. Arrest is to compel their appearance for something, because they have not complied with something else, or because there's a serious issue before them. An invitation, most of the time, you use it for minor offenses, petitions, disputes, things like that. But for arrest warrant, to get, you use it for when people decide to run away from the court, or for some serious investigation or serious issues. Of course, invitation eventually may now lead to warrant of arrest. That's the only link you can put between them. If they've invited you over and over again and the offense is becoming serious, or they are now saying that, oh, you're actually dodging them, you don't really want to come, you're trying to run away from the investigation and things like that, they can now approach the courts. Now, yes, we have invited this person, we've waited for them, we've not received any response from them as to why they are not coming. Please, issue us something we can go and locate them and bring them in. So that is the only link between invitation and warrant of arrest. Other than that, they are two separate things, two separate tools. One under the control of the police, the other one under the administration of the court system. I hope I've been able to do justice to that.
Thank you, sir. Thank you.
So back to Yomi's petition. Do you think Yomi should submit himself to the police now, or he should just still go about running his mouth on social media? Lilibet is here. Can I ask you a question?
Good evening, everybody.
Somebody is saying Lilibet is an investigator or something.
No, good evening. Okay, Mr. Paita, I wanted to ask you,
Lilibet, hold on, please, Lilibet.
Okay.
Dupsy, are you there? Okay, Lilibet, go ahead, please.
Yeah. This guy is always screaming, running his mouth about what does he even say again? That how can a senior command invite you and you are saying the case is at a junior command, even though he's acting ignorant. He's acting ignorant on the IG's latest order. So can you kind of educate us on that? Do you understand what I'm saying? Because Yomi is always saying AIG is a senior command, and because the case is a commissioner's place in Ikeja, that you dare not say you are not attending to the invite, blah, blah, blah.
Yes. First, he needs to understand the workings of the Nigerian police. They have structure, yes, and they have processes too. If the senior command, according to him in quotes, would want to take over a case, they will request for the case file entirely, and there will be a transfer of the case to them. Until that moment, they don't have jurisdiction over that case. It is possible. Don't mix it up. Yeah, it is possible for Zone 2 to take over the case at Panti. If the IG believes that will work in the interest of justice. But the process is for the IG to give express approval to it. That, whether because of lack of resources or manpower or any other thing, or maybe pressure or some form of media attention, they might decide to transfer a case from Panti to Zone 2. The IG has the authority, has the power to do that. He can decide it. But then it will have to go through the normal procedure. And that procedure, we saw the IG was stating it clearly again, that except through my express approval, files, there should be no duplicity of case file. Case file should only be transferred from one formation to the other when I approve it. And on this case, Yomi or any other person working with him has not been able to show us, because we know from Zone 2, we know it authoritatively that this case is still with Panti. That's the case of Mohbad's death. The case of Damola Ide is still with the Ikeja division. Those things, we know it categorically. And another thing we know categorically is that both cases are before a judicial panel. And we know since they are before a judicial panel, all investigation we have to be paused for the moment on it. And based on those two things, directed from the IG and what our law is saying about contempt of court, because any investigation based on something that is before a judicial panel becomes contempt of that judicial panel. And nobody wants to do that. Based on that, we know the case cannot go to Zone 2. For anything, worst case scenario, they're going to go to it and they're going to say, oh, this case is here, this case is there. Okay, go and settle it there. And that is what they told him the other day went to zone 2, that you're claiming there's a video of 10 minutes or 12 minutes somewhere that will show something. Okay, that's fine. Go and have a look at the video. Go there, go back to the command or the division. Go and look at the video and come back to us if you find anything incriminating there. Up to today, till this moment I'm speaking, Yomi has not gone back there. Or maybe he has gone back there quietly in the back and he has seen that there's nothing in there. And the only thing he can do is come online to continue with his trade, comedy. So, but answering your questions, yes, higher command in the police setting can request for a case transfer, a file transfer. They can do that. But then they have to follow the normal procedure.
Pythagoras, I think what the key thing, I mean, what you have said, or the key thing is even that the matter is in court. Yeah. I don't understand how people believe you. Okay, there's a case, the matter is in court. You are now saying you went to another command. To what the other commander is going to start another case, because the other case, the subsisting case is still there. I don't understand how people that listen to this guy cannot think that this matter is in court already. They're already doing the case. So you now said, oh, because you want them to look at it that's where Mohbad died. You went to another command. So what would this command now? What do you expect them to do? To start another case? There is the inquest there. There is the one in court. You want them to open another one. It doesn't make sense. I don't understand why people can't think.
Mr. Paita, me and what's her name? Bene and I, we've actually discussed this thing.
Okay, what's that?
Okay, let me even compound Pythagoras. Let me even compound this question very well. Let me compound it very well. Now, let's say, for instance, they head to trial, and let's just say the likes of Prime Boy, the nurse, and Spending are put at the trial stand. If there is a new stuff that the police finds, are they to create another case on that person if the person is like, oh, this person confessed to be the actual let's just Killer of Mohbad, and the person that killed Mohbad? Are they to open another case? Then at the case of at the one at the DPP that Prime Boy would they just like, oh, we want to postpone proceedings so that they're going to, the DPP is going to postpone proceedings of that to attend to the case of the new one, then cite that if the other one is adjourned to the adjourned date of the other one? Or would there be just one trial for both cases?
You have actually compounded it, like you said. But let me try and make out what you're trying to say there. Like you're saying.
Okay. Let me give you an insight. Let's say now, all evidences is there is that it's the nurse that injected Mo, and that's the person that the DPP is taking to trial. Now, let's just say the case is in trial for about 6-7 months. Then somebody just came out of Malian stuff and just said, yes, I beg you. Before the nurse came, I flew from the window and injected this guy before the nurse came. I'm only saying that. That's not what happened. This is just something that is just like, I'm just painting a scenario here because of stupid people that are recording. So, okay, now, this person goes to the police station to confess. Are they to bring that person to the court where the nurse is, or to start a fresh case with the person, whereas the DPP calls for the adjournment of the case of the nurse and wait for the proceedings of this one that, oh, this person has confessed and this thing, then they will use that case to actually call for the release of the nurse in that other case, or they will bring both cases into one trial sitting.
I get you now. So hypothetically, if all these things happen, what happens is that the police, after investigating the statement or the new evidence, and if they are convinced they have the true buyer, they will transfer the case or they will inform the DPP or whoever is handling the prosecution of the related case in the other courts. And at that point, they have to inform the judge, they have to withdraw the case. They have to discharge and acquit those people if they are sure they have nothing to do with it based on the new evidence. They have to withdraw the case against them immediately and discharge and acquit them. And they can now file a fresh charge against the other person or do whatever they want to do with that other person.
Okay, so there'll be two separate case numbers. That's what I'm asking about now.
Yes, eventually, but one we have to end first before the other one begins.
Good. You actually answered the delusion of this stupid mad scientist. That he actually painted that scenario one day, and I browsed about it like, no, you can't bring another person into a fresh case. You have to adjourn one or release one, then start a fresh case with another person. So you just answered that, and
The only time, let me put some flesh to it again. The only time it can be joined will be if you now see another person who is also a party to the crime. That person cannot be joined to that case, or the person can be tried separately on their own while this other case is still ongoing. That's if they are not the sole or the only perpetrator of the crime. For example, while spending case, hypothetically, while it's going on and all that, spending and the rest, and somebody else is implicated in the same homicide, hypothetically, then they can bring that person in after investigating. They can join the person to that same case so that it can be one case, or they can just continue this case here and try that other person in another court. That's if it is still a conspirator or one of the perpetrators or one of the parties to the crime. So they have the option to join in together to the other perpetrators or just do its own, depending on the stage at which the case would be then at the courts. Because if it's at the stage of sentencing and all that, they just have to let it go and start a fresh case with this other one. But if they are just still at a preliminary stage, they can just add this person to the charge list and everything and just continue.
Pythagoras, I also think that, if like with the nurse and Prime Boy, their charges are, I don't think their charges are that they bite the Mohbad.
We are speaking hypothetically that if that's their charges, like they are being charged for buying this person.
Yeah, because what I'm trying to say is that because with them, especially with that nurse, the other charges like practicing without being licensed, blah blah blah. So they will drop the charges for the buying, but the other cases will continue. Then the new person that they found that they are sure is the person that acquired him, they'll continue. They will start a case with that one for buying Mohbad. And my own thing is that these people that are shouting that women should come forward, that she killed Mohbad, they don't really understand the importance of their autopsy, and because that is what I'm waiting for. All of these things is that they're shouting is irrelevant. The autopsy and the toxicology, if it agrees with the state one, then even if Wunmi comes forward today to say I killed Mohbad, I stabbed him in the neck, they would ask me to check into a mental home because there is no stab wound on the body.
It should be the headache of any prosecutor, because now the prosecutor has to provide the murder weapon. They have to provide everything. So it will be an headache for them. So they'll probably throw the case away.
No, yes. Yomi said the murder weapon is with the police.
He said this guy. Have you heard that? He said that the third guy in the video is an ex-military guy. He doesn't want to mention. He said that's the person that came to buy Mohbad. that next week.
In fact, as a matter of fact, today, he claimed he has seen the video, but because of investigation, he can't mention what was in the video. But really, is a lot. He was doing scaremongering, trying to blow the whole thing out of
He's
proportion.
been doing that since last year now.
No, I mean now, concerning the video, he's been evading the question on whether or not he has seen the rest of it. But I heard him today saying, oh, he saw the rest of it, but he cannot talk about it because of the ongoing investigation.
I guess it's becoming smarter by the
What?
day. I guess it's becoming smarter. He now knows, let me just tell them I have seen it, but I cannot talk. So that people will just believe it.
Keep quiet, you get. So,
But he's the same person that keeps saying that the police in zone 2, they've not seen the video. Because the last time he said the AIG requested for the video to be brought to zone 2 and they've not done that. So I don't know.
No, the AIG did not request for the video to be brought because that would be tampering with evidence. They might lose chain of custody and all that there. They told him go back to Ikeja there to go and have a look at it.
But it's something else he said though. He said the AIG said they should bring the video.
No, nobody's going to bring a video that's now an evidence in a case in court to the AIG.
Anyway. That's a senior
they said Adura should go. Did you hear the part where he said at some point that they asked Adura to go and bring the video?
And now,
Adura will go to the police to go and get the...
Mr. Fabayi, it's like you don't know the way Yomi is seeing this case. He's seen it like, AIG, his older brother, what's it called? State Command. Younger brother. No, maybe Kwati is the last born. So any order they get from the senior brother, they have to just, the guy is delusional in my mind.
Let's even say it that way. Then they should see their daddy, their father as the court. The court is the father for these people. And this case is before the court, their father. So the older brother cannot command the junior brother or the last born anymore.
Mr. By the way, do you listen to him at all?
No, I don't.
I know that's why you don't. You didn't see the way he says it. A senior command, a senior. No.
Once they start playing him here, I just move to somewhere else. His voice irritates me.
Who are you? Who are you that a senior command will call you the AIG? There's even something he said. I don't know. Maybe he's thinking that because he keeps saying that at least that she's even supposed to come first. But I'm like, the letter she sent. What does that mean? So is Wumi supposed to come and say, I'm here, but I'm not coming? I don't understand Yomi. Yomi is delusional. I say, he doesn't understand that letter that I'm not coming is enough. Instead of her coming down. So he feels disrespected, that Wumi disrespected the AIG.
No, that Wumi disrespected him because he's the AIG now.
Yes.
He's the AIG himself.
That was what I wanted to say. That he feels disrespected. That Wumi is disrespecting him. That I'm telling you to come here. You are telling me you are not. Who are you to tell me you are not coming?
Exactly. That's the way he talks.
You have to come. You must come. You have to be there.
At least he's even supposed to honor
no,
the
it's not an answer for you.
Excuse me. Maybe he wants Wumi to come and say, okay, I'm here, but I'm not going to answer any question because I have to go back home. I don't get what he's thinking in his head. I don't really think.
People should see him for who he is. The first day he came there or the second day, he said, yes, Wumi sent their lawyer that the baby is sick, this and that. And like after 3 days after we busted his lies, he was now saying, why will you send that kind of letter? What happened to what you said the first or the second?
He repeated it today. He repeated it that she first said the baby was ill. Then again, she now sent another letter saying she's not coming, blah, 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 blah. And he even saw one petition for him. The guy is sick. What I even wanted to say is, I was just thinking, Benny and I, we discussed this thing that Yomi is screaming that wanted to defraud him. For him to even believe they wanted to defraud him, that means the video, he already knows the video is fake. Don't you think so, Mr. Paita? Because if he believes the video is real, he won't be telling them to charge Damola for obtaining other false pretense. Mr. Paita, what do you say?
Charge Damola out. Is he out for Damola? He's never been out for Damola.
No, he's saying it that what they are doing in the court right now, the commissioner of police, that is just kangaroo nonsense. That the real charges they are supposed to give Damola is OBT fraud. They want to, that's what he's saying now.
Yes, that's if he has a complaint, he needs to make the complaint first, and they have to investigate it first. See, the person that made this complaint, why this case is in court, is through the complaint of Adura, saying somebody is impersonating me, and somebody is going about using my name for fraudulent.
Yeah, that's what he's saying, that they've cheated him, that he is supposed to be the complainer, that Adura is supposed to be the suspect.
Where is his petition? Where is his petition? Has it been investigated? Has anything been brought out of it? That's the next question people should ask him. If you feel you are the victim, if you feel you are the complainant, you cannot complain and call yourself the complainant.
Okay,
you
now
can't come online to complain and you call yourself the complainant in court. You have to go to the station
Mr.
to complain.
Listen to his own complaint. He said they wanted to defraud him.
But me, I'm not saying that.
Wait, I'm not saying that. If he's thinking they wanted to defraud him, as in they wanted to collect money from him by lying, that means he's trying to tell the court that he knows the video is fake. It's like you don't understand.
No, it's like I don't understand.
You do. They're British.
Yeah, I do. I get what you're driving at, but
then that's not fraud. If he believes the video is real, that's how Mohbad was, paid, then there's no fraud here. As a matter of fact, he's still the one owing Damola.
Yeah, I get you. But then, if he actually believes, even if the video is real, that Damola is still not ready to release that video to him, it could still be fraud.
No, but Damola gave him. Damola actually held part of his own bargain by sending him 3 seconds. He's supposed to give Damola 500K. The full video, remember, the full video is 3 million.
Yeah.
Then Damola sent him part for 500K, and he didn't give Damola any 500K right now.
How many 500 will you see in 3 million? That's 6, right? So that means 6 times 3, that's 18 seconds video.
So he's owing Damola 500K as it is.
Really bad. You know what? I think you're just inserting himself into this matter unnecessarily. One, the case is a case of impersonation, right? He didn't lose any money. They didn't take any money from him that he's trying to recover. So the case is a police matter. They tried to, it was you they came to give you a video to get money from you. But okay, now you've reported the matter to, even though it wasn't you that reported, it was Adura. The matter is now with the police. There's nothing, you don't have anything in the case. You get what I'm saying? They didn't take your money, you didn't lose anything. It is a case of impersonation.
Let's even agree that, yes, they try to swindle you. You want to say attempt to defraud.
Yes.
It is still at the discretion of the DPP or the CP or anybody to know the charge. The lawyer is not for Damola. They didn't get Damola any lawyer.
Mr. Pythagoras, sorry. So Damola's case that you still did not even go there after how many days? So they still, in their accountability, they are still having lawyers' money.
Troubling me. Wait. The lawyer from Sanshitu followed them to the police station, so of course they will pay for that. Remember, it wasn't Odumosu's lawyer; it was Sanshitu's lawyer. That won't be free now.
How much? But how much did they pay?
From a son's office, so it could be high. Anything from a son's office, it won't be normal.
Okay, like something. I know, like something, some Escapade was saying something earlier. See, when anybody from outside that is going to join this case and needs money, I think this is what they do. Is either they have an insider that would have told them, hey, go to this thing, don't bother coming to this one, because this ones they will ask you questions, you will crack your brain, you will have to give them facts. But these ones, they don't ask questions or anything. Just tell them that your mission is to get me arrested. Tell them that whichever way you want to take it, they should just, follow, go in line of your process. You know what you are doing. Then you start from somewhere, going there. If not, if these people ask questions, Yomi started from what is it called? CCTV. Yomi came and told them, I wanted to give you guys the CCTV. No, you are cornered the person, blah blah blah. This happened. Yomi laid low. When he realized that I think they are getting me somehow, I think something is screwed up, he laid low. I think there's another thing that brought him out again. Then comes to this 3 seconds video. This 3 seconds video was when Mohbad was like, they are even telling him this video is from 3 years ago. Why is it that nobody from that side is even catching that 3 years ago video? How can 3 years ago video kill by something?
It's selective hearing they are doing on that Adura statement.
Exactly.
They'll just pick the
so
part
they
that
don't,
says
they don't
there are
think.
3 people in the video, and they'll
They
forget the
don't
other
think.
part.
They don't have a mind of their own. They allow all these people to think for them. So Yomi and everybody that has duped them, they are being paid by thinking for them. They are being paid by telling them, okay, this is what is going to happen. Just wait, you relax. And if it doesn't come that way, hey, this is another new development. Okay, imagine just 2 weeks ago or last week, Yomi was telling me, Among Buster, Taluma address, Egbosika Biba, arrest, now it's coming out today saying that it's an invite, it's not an warrant. Even Papriano that said he's a scientist never questioned him. I was thinking he would question him on that.
They are all
It's come.
They are all in league. That fact will be difficult to question.
I guess.
No, the thing is troubling me.
Yes.
They are pampering him because for them, Yomi is like this little glimpse of hope for them. So yeah,
And another thing,
exactly. They don't want to lose like their little ray of sunshine.
Okay.
That's
Maybe
the
that's the
only
reason.
cash that
Papriano has to hold on.
that's the only cash. That's the only cash that Olori Ebi can raise now.
And Papriano too still has to, hold on to, because for the past how many days he has been having viewers. So he has to, one way or the other, get money,
Only
have
check my
viewers.
news yìí ṣé kò ní lọ síbi tán ti ń ṣe camera down.
Àwa rèé, àwọn oní camera down ló wà mí wá ní.
It's God.
So that is their major problem.
One question.
Sorry?
Yeah, Peter.
Yes, love.
Yomi, in his usual way of bleating in the mouth, said that Omawumi should have sued Damola, or that even if it was Damola that sent the video, the fact that Damola typed that, yes, the video led to Mohbad's death, that Omawumi should have sued Damola or whoever for alleging that she had a hand in Mohbad's death. It doesn't make sense to me, really, because that was a private.
Thank you.
What I will even say to that, sorry, is the government has already done that for her. Don't you think so?
I'm even saying that to start with, I can liken it to the case of that VDM and Falano and co. It was a private conversation that happened. It's not like, Damola came out publicly to allege that Omowumi did this. It was a private, and the intent has already been established. So what is the need? But yes, over to you, our Agbejoro Tomoni.
Because the question would be, what is he going to sue, or what is she going to sue him for? For defamation, because you said I did something that I didn't do, and you have lowered my esteem in the eye of the right-thinking members of the public, because that could be the only thing he wants to sue Damola for. She wants to sue Damola for. So the next question will now be, based on what grounds? If you say somebody has defamed you, meaning they have said or they have published something to the hearing or to the seeing, or for people to see, more than one person intentionally, with the intent to bring a form of, to put you in bad light. So you have, either it has to be more than one person, there has to be the intent to cause some form of harm to your reputation. And whatever they have said has to be lies too. So tell me all these three things. Can you check it in this case? Yes, maybe whatever is there, they are lies. Yes, you have that. Do you have the intention? Did Damola, did he have the intention of causing harm to your reputation by publicizing or by publishing that message? No, because to start with, he did not even publish that message. And he sent it to just one person. So if that one person now decides to broadcast it to the whole world, in fact, in a twist of it, if there's anybody to be sued here, it will be Yomi himself, or whoever. I don't know if he's the one who publicized the message that this is what Damola said there, that, oh, I have a video where Momi did this or did that. I don't know if it was Yomi that made it public. But whoever made it public, at that point, that person also, they've opened themselves up to defamation liability there. But on the part of Funmi, because this was a private conversation between two people that had nothing to do with her, I could be speaking with good vibes and tell good vibe, oh, Lilibet is this, Lilibet is that. That is between us. Lilibet cannot do anything about it. I can talk shit about you with my friends, with my enemies, as long as it's behind the closed door. You cannot do shit about it. But the moment I come out to say it on the platform here like this, then you have a ground. Although you still have to look for some other elements in that statement. But then at least you have something to start with. So there is no way, there is no basis, there is no ground for Wunmi to get involved legally.
Capish. Thank you. Exactly what I thought too. And why I brought the Falano and VDN case with Bobrisky then, it was similar. Bobrisky had a private chat with whoever he did, and that person took it to VDM. And the next thing, VDM became the mouthpiece that did all of that. And in the process, he also made suggestive statements regarding fouls, which was why they took him to court then. So that was why I likened it to the private thing. I know they are here, they are listening. So that's another learning curve for you guys. I know, but even though they will never learn, but we'll keep schooling you guys.
You know
Yes.
that you even took it too far. With what Pythagoras just explained, though, with my own understanding, it fits perfectly with what's his name? Josie, recording Wumi's private conversation, giving it to Buki Jesse broadcasting it to the whole world.
And Josie now coming back to say he has been defamed.
Exactly.
Exactly. I mean,
Exactly. Because this fool, Papariano, he keeps screaming. Hey,
they should sue her.
Yomi is suing Baba. Baba too should sue her. She called him and that was a private
If
conversation that he recorded.
Lilibet,
For him to even record
sorry,
that without her permission, that's another offense.
Lilibet,
Yes, Mama.
this is another new thing that he's saying. He said, if we try to sue Baba, Wumi can never win. Baba will win Wumi hands down if we try to sue Baba. Oh, Mr. Pythagoras, and on this day anything. With Neo Papriano, and I know that you have really lost it. So Papriano is saying Josie has an upper hand. Even with him, and I know African TV was trying to tell him and make him understand that Josie is the one doing the wrong thing here. You cannot say because you are changing your legal counsel and you want to go back to the judge and say, oh, judge, for the listed hospitals, I'm not using that anymore. I'm going abroad to do. So they have to. So is it now possible for Dusi to approach the courts and say, okay, all the listed hospitals that we have, said we were going to use before, we are not using them anymore. We want to go abroad and do this thing. So, and the judge, according to Papiano, would definitely approve it for them because it is Josie that is requesting it. It's not in the Omorumi side.
Papariano is
We cannot say.
Yeah, Papariano is ignorant. I will not want to. I will leave it at that for him. It's because of his ignorance. That's why he's saying that, because the judgment was a consent judgment, meaning it was an agreement. It was an addendum. They agreed that this is what we want to do. We have agreed on this and we have gone to the courts. And in agreement, one party cannot just decide to breach the agreement without consequences. Of course, Josie can approach the courts that, this agreement is no longer convenient for me. This is what I think. That is his own opinion. The other party has to come in. They have to agree to whatever he has said for them to move forward from that point. Otherwise, it becomes another form of negotiation, or the other party can now call for enforcement of the other person to do their own, to carry out their own obligation, to carry out whatever they have agreed to there. So, hypothetically, if Josie goes to the court now, today, and says, I can no longer live by this agreement anymore, it's not convenient for me, for whatever reasons at all. Of course, the court will call in Omoumi being the other party of the contract, because the court is not like Father Christmas, where it will just will away the rights of any other person without hearing from them. That, yes, you guys have agreed to this thing before me. Are you willing to shift grounds based on what this man has said here? It's either a yes or no. If you say yes, then it's a done deal. They draft another terms of settlement. The court will ratify it. We sign it for them, and that's another agreement again. You cannot stop them from agreeing. In fact, if they agree tomorrow that, you know what, DNA, don't worry, go. I don't need it again. Okay, me too, I don't want to do it again. They will all go their ways. And we'll all be here, of course, not happy. But then, that is what it is. But if they decide, if Wumi now says, no, we have agreed on this, and that's what we're going to do. At that point, they have an impasse. The court is not there to adjudicate on that matter. The court is there to provide them with some wisdom and insight there. That, okay, you have agreed to this. If this person is saying no, since you have agreed to it, you are obligated to do it. And the court can now order an enforcement of that. Because what is the enforcement here? You have an hospital. The court has said, no, you cannot use this other one. The court can now enforce an independent hospital on you.